What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Primitive Viking. I hope you all had a happy Thanksgiving, and in this video we're going to be looking at stage 8 of issue 4 of the Eaglemoss Hero Collector Ecto-1 build-up. Okay, so in stage 8 we pretty much do exactly the same as what we did in stage 6, which is we're going to be assembling the right engine block in this part. So stage 6 we did the left engine, stage 7 we just did the middle, and this is the right hand side. So we're going to be putting that together. We're going to be adding in the ignition. What else we got here? Let me have a quick look. Fuel pump's going to be going in, and yeah, going to be putting in spark plugs and the distributor cap plugs and the starter motor as well. So we get all that in. What I'll do now is I'll take you down and show you the magazine of exactly what's going to be happening in each part of this stage, and then we'll carry on from there. Yeah, so as I was just saying, we're going to be doing the right engine block. Part locator, it's in the engine, of course. So first of all, we're going to be assembling the right cylinder head. It looks just like that, and then we're going to be going to fitting the cylinder head to the engine block and putting it all together. After that, we're going to be doing the fuel pump and filter, and then adding that to the engine. Then we have a second page. Going in, building the ignition coil and attaching that, doing the spark plugs and the distributor cap plugs as well, and then moving along, putting in the starter motor, and then at the end we end up with a nice finished looking engine. So now that we know what we're looking at and what to expect, the footage that you're going to watch now is from my live stream of the build. So without further ado, let's jump in and start building. So we need to take the piece from the last section that we just opened, and this guy, this is the right part of the cylinder head. You can tell by the letter R right there for right, just in case you don't know how that works. This guy, there's 3 little holes right here and 3 parts here, so that just slides in. Like so, and that takes 3 AP screws. Okay. This one's kind of stayed off more. Rounding the head on that, but it's in there. It's not going to go anywhere. So that's fine. So that's on. Like so. Next part, putting on the wire harness, which is there. And this guy just sits. This little notch right where my finger is here. And this guy sits in that, like there. And actually you don't screw that in because the cylinder head, which has, this is only plastic, but it says Cadillac on it. Okay, so then this piece attaches with the Cadillac facing down, like so. That sits like that, and there's actually a little notch in the top there which links in with this as well, and once this is screwed together, this is going to be pretty solid in there. So 4 BP screws, just going to the top part. There's one.
and 2. Remember, don't tighten them all the way down because you want to have a little bit of play just in case. Is that connected there? Oh, let's turn it the right way around. Yeah. There we go. Anyway, let's carry on with this. We take the other piece that we took from the last one where we installed that bit there. And it goes this way around. Connects that way. Okay, yeah, so it connects on this way. You see there is, oops, one piece there, another one up at the top that I've got to screw into. So that's going to be going in with 2 AP screws. Sit that down. Load the screwdriver up. Again, you're going to try and get it together with one screw, kind of getting it in place. There we go. Okay. And this screw goes in here. Okay, and that's in there like that. See where the 2 went in there, holding him in, and he looks like this. Okay, so it actually screws through here and attaches it to this part of the engine here. So he actually goes through and attaches in here. Now I've just noticed that my screwdriver might be too big for this. So yeah, that fits in there like that and creates the full engine there. But I think my screwdriver is a little bit too... This bit's too thick to fit in there. It gets stuck. So let me just see if I have a smaller screwdriver somewhere. I think I do. Okay, now this is the one that came with the kit. So you can see it's quite a bit. It's thinner. Come on, focus, you stupid. There we go. Yeah, it's thinner here than this guy is. This guy's thicker, but this guy is magnetized, so this is why I like to use this. And it's got a nice... This one is... You can twist it easier. But we'll use this one for now to get it in place. I don't think... Maybe it is magnetized. Let's flip this guy the right place. Where are you? Where are the holes? There they are. So you've got 2 holes here. It goes in... It goes in pretty tight. Okay, it's in there. I need one more DM. In the back here. Okay. So that is the engine blocks and stuff complete. That's pretty cool. I like that. Again, this is 1/8 scale of the movie accurate one. Still not too happy with this wobble that's here. I went in and I tightened it. I mean, that was 4 months ago. A couple of pieces on this though that kind of wobble as well, but I mean, you're not going to see them. That's the thing. Once they're actually in the car themselves, it's not going to be an issue. So there we go. That's that done. Next part is assembling the fuel pump and filter. So from these little parts that we have here, we need this guy here, which is 08F, and we need this guy here, little silver pieces, and that is 08D. Now how does this go together? So this takes an AP screw, which is one of these guys. He's going to go through. Let me orient this properly. Okay, so on this piece you have here one lug nut, one little lug there, and a hole. On the opposing piece you have 2 holes. So obviously he's going to go in and sit on there like that, and then it takes the one AP screw. P obviously stands for plastic. These pieces are plastic because they're tiny. No reason why they couldn't be metal. Eaglemoss is very good at making metal models. And I've collected a few of them. You can tell from my display cases behind me here. But there's the Enterprises behind me from Star Trek. So the D is there, and there's the E. That's the B. Where are you? There. I think... Yeah, so I've got pretty much all the original ones there. I've got... I haven't got the C. The C is the last one that I need to get. I could get the J, which is from Enterprise, the TV show. That's that piece there done. But those models themselves are actually, they're really well made, really well painted. If you guys are interested at any point, I'll grab a couple out and you can see the detail on them. Next part, we need this guy. Put that off to one side, which kind of looks like the top part of a cup that you win, you know, an award. And then we need a bit or that bit. I think it's this piece. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so it's this piece and this piece go together. And they sit... I don't think it actually makes a difference which way this sits. So he goes on top. Oh yes, it does. There's a locking point inside, and on the inside of this piece as well. And he'll sit on there like that. And that is going to take an FP screw. But what this does, FP screws are pretty long. This is going to go through 3 pieces to make this work. So you have this piece that we'll take that we just made. It goes through the bottom part of that, and then through this piece. And it looks like... Is it that way? Is it? It's really hard to tell on these drawings how they're done. Okay, I think it's... So on the top of this, you have... Let's see if I can hold it in place. This piece is longer than on the other side. And I think it's the shorter side goes into touch this piece here. You'll see it better once I fit it all together. I'm very aware that the music just stopped, but let me put this together real quick. I'm going to go in like that. I'm pretty sure he sits like that. Okay. There is a bit of a space there, so I don't know whether he goes the other way. No, he's definitely fitting that way. Okay, so then we take this part back of the engine. We have this section right here, which is right next to the what was that piece called again? Breather cap. So it is. So you got the breather cap here. You have to bear with me. I'm not all together with my engine knowledge. I'm not a mechanic, so you know. Anyway, you got your breather cap, and it goes right on here. And there is a little, yeah, so there's a little tab just on the inside there. On the inside of this, you can see there's a little cutout for it. So he sits on like so. And then we have a little top piece that goes on, which is this guy. And he also has a little location point, which then goes on top of this, like so. And then that is held in with a BP screw. Our little guys. Let's see if I can get this in. There he goes. Oh, smack that. Okay, so he's in there like that. Pretty cool. It's very well detailed, this engine. Okay, so next part. Part 5 of stage 8 is building and affixing the ignition coil. So here comes a lot of the fiddly parts. I'm going to put the engine off to one side for a second because we don't need it right now. I need to do something with my moustache. It's tickling my nose all the time. This teeny tiny little piece here and this even smaller little piece are going to go together and connect in with this guy. So just orient it this correctly. We have it this way. You have this piece here goes in fiddly like so. And this piece goes on the back side. Don't be any locking parts. There it is. Okay, so that goes together like that. Now, it could be worth later on putting a little piece of glue in that. to hold these pieces in place. This piece is pretty tight fitting on the back side there, but this guy is relatively easy to dislodge. But I mean, he's holding together right now. And then we get the big boy back, and he attaches. Again, if you look on the bottom of this, if I can get in the actual camera, there we go. There is, right there, you can see it against my thumb, a locking section. On the top of the engine, you have these two holes right here. He's going to sit on there like that, I think. Is that correct? You're going this way. Okay, so it goes this way. Can't really see it very well against the blue, but once I put it together, you better see it pretty well. That's another BP screw. Proper screwdriver back. Okay, so he locks in there like so, and is facing that way on the top. So actually the little nozzle part there is facing towards this cylinder piece here. Part 6 of section 8 is inserting the spark plugs and the distributor cap. So this is going to be fiddly, so I'm going to need something right along the top here. You see these, there's 4 holes. It's the same on the other side. There's 4 holes across there. That's where the spark plugs are going to be going, and they are these straight ones here that are in the little baggie. Okay, so these guys go in with this fat end here going into the car. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use my tweezers for this to get this in place. So they're going to go in just like that right here. Okay, so then we will repeat that 7 more times. So that's the one side. Get them in a place where you can really see them. There they go. There's one side of them. And we'll work on the other side. There he is. Okay. So there's the other 4 in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This dipstick keeps wanting to fall out. Like I say, there's, as far as I can tell so far, there's not been any call for any glue, so it's kind of interesting. Okay, so next part is, I think, this little guy, and he literally just pushes onto. He's got a little square rectangular part to him there, and right on here, if it wants to focus, come on now, right here, there's a little rectangular part there, so he just pushes onto that. It's a pretty snug fit, so he's not going to come off. So that's on, like so. Let's see there. Okay, and then we want to put in another dipstick, which goes in the front. Sorry, no, it goes in the back. And he has got a slight cut to him. You're not going to see him from there, but there's a slight, like, half moon trying to cut to it. So you can see the little hole there. It's got the same cut. So he goes in like so. Actually get to a point where you can see it. There we go. So he's right here with those parts. Okay, so now that sits quite straight now, so that's quite nice. Now, next part is on top of this same cylinder piece that we just put that silver piece on. We have all these tiny little 90-degree angle plugs. So they're all going to go in. And again, doesn't say anything about glue. So hopefully, see how these work. So they literally go in like that. You can kind of see right there. And all the ones, there's 4 each side. I know for a fact that they will get little teeny tiny hoses that come off of them as well. There's 3 of them. Four. Other side. Not talking much now because these are really fiddly little buggers. 5. Six. 7. And this will be 8. Go on now, get in there. There's 8. I think the last one goes right on the very top, and he points backwards. Like so. You can see that. Now the next part is to connect a hose from here, this little nozzle on the end here, to the one that we've just installed in the middle there that's pointing at the back. So we have this little guy. So he just goes on hopefully it's on that. Okay, so he's on that. And use my tweezers for this. Manipulate him round. He fits on there like that. Maneuver that a little bit so it doesn't look as kinked. But yeah, so he's on. Hose piece. And next, we put in the starter motor, which is this guy here. And he takes a BM screw and actually screws in to this part down here. Oh, let's get in the frame. There we go. Right there. So there's a screw there, and he sits on there like so. There we go. Yeah. So he sits on there like that. And actually, if you look on the bottom of here, there is a little locking section, and there's another hole underneath there that you can't really see. Can't see anything right now because it's not wanted that. Right there, there's a hole that locks into. So that goes in, and it takes a BM screw. Okay, so he's in there. This guy is going to sit there. I'm going to screw into there. Switch this around real quick. Smaller head. Very acutely aware there's lots of little teeny tiny pieces of this now that aren't glued on and could fall off. Some of these pieces might go back and just put a little bit of glue on. Okay, so he's in. Starter motor. Alright, and then we have this piece, long guy, that then goes into the end of that, and he has a little, it says slightly squared off edge there. He's going to go in. Bit on that, so that sits in there like that. And that takes an AP screw through the back side. He goes in there. Cool, that's secure there. Now, next we have this teeny tiny little piece again. Yeah, so this guy goes into this part here. Okay, so he sits in there like so.
Okay, so that brings us to the end of stage 8 of issue 4. Stage 9 is going to be out next Monday. I've decided that I want to do each of these videos every Monday, so it's going to be out around about 6 AM Pacific time is what I've decided. So yeah, if you want to go down and check out my Twitter, it'll actually, I'll send out a message each time that my new video comes out, so that's a little reminder for you there. If you like the video, hit that like button, and if you feel like you want to, you can hit that subscribe button as well, and the notification bell that'll let you know when the next video is uploaded. Also, probably in the next week, I'm going to probably do the next build stream, which is on my Twitch channel. It's twitch.tv/primitive_Viking. If you're going to go across and see that, I'll send out a tweet as well just before I do it. So if you want to jump in, and you can chat with me in the online chat there, and we can talk about the things behind me and the cases there, all the Star Trek models I have. We can talk about the build and have a little chinwag. So as I said, the next video for stage 9 is going to be out on next Monday. Also, if you haven't seen any of the past videos, I'll put a little link up here so that you can click on that and it'll take you to all the past builds. But if I don't see you again soon, I shall see you on Monday. Bye now.